Xiaomi Redmi 6 smartphone was launched in June 2018. The phone comes with a 5.45-inch touchscreen display. It is powered by a 2 GHz octa-core MediaTek Helio P22 processor. It comes with 4 GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Xiaomi Redmi 6 on the rear packs dual camera setup consisting of a 12 MP primary camera with an 2.2 aperture and a second 5 MP camera. There is a 5 MP camera on the front for selfies. It runs MIUI 9.0 based on Android 8.1 and packs 64 GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 256 GB. It is powered by a 3000 mAh battery. It was launched in black, grey, blue, gold and rose gold colors. The Xiaomi Redmi 7 was launched in 7th March 2019. It has 6.26-inch HD Plus screen which is immersive and will make media and games looks good. This phone has a Snapdragon 632 chipset with 4 GB of RAM. On the rear there is a 12 MP primary camera along with another 2 MP depth sensor. On the front there is a 8 MP selfie camera. It runs on Android 9.0 Pie and powered by a 4000 mAh battery. Overall, the Redmi 7 is a very strong device that delivers solid performance. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 6 Pro comes with 6.26-inch LCD touchscreen. The phone uses Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 chipset along with 6 GB of RAM. This phone has dual camera setup at the back. At the rear there is a 12 MP camera along with another 5 MP depth sensor. On the front there is a 20 MP selfie camera. It runs MIUI 9.0 based on Android 8.1 Oreo and comes with 64 GB of internal storage, but you can expand it using microSD card up to 256 GB. It is powered by a 4000 mAh battery and supports 10-watt fast battery charging. It was released in black, blue, rose gold and red colors. Xiaomi Redmi Y3 smartphone was launched in April 2019. The phone comes with a 6.26-inch touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19:9. It is powered by a 1.8 GHz octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 632 processor. It comes with 4 GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Xiaomi Redmi Y3 on the rear packs dual camera setup consisting of a 12 MP primary camera with an 2.2 aperture and a second 2 MP camera. The rear camera setup has face detection autofocus. There is a 32 MP camera on the front for selfies. It runs MIUI 10.2 based on Android 9 Pie and packs 64 GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 1 TB with a dedicated slot. It is powered by a 4000 mAh battery. It was launched in prime black, bold red and elegant blue colors. The Redmi Note 7S looks exactly the same as the Redmi Note 7 as well as the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Like its siblings, the Redmi Note 7S has a glass sandwich design with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at front and back. The display itself sports a full HD Plus resolution and has a maximum brightness of 450 nits, which is good enough when using the phone outdoors. The display has good viewing angles and color reproduction. There are different display modes to choose from and you can also adjust the color temperature to suit your liking. The Redmi Note 7S is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 660. Xiaomi offers the Redmi Note 7S in two variants, one with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage and another with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. One major difference compared to the Redmi Note 7 is that you get a different camera setup. The Redmi Note 7S has a 48 MP Samsung GM1 primary sensor with a 1.8 aperture and a 1.6 micron pixel size. The second camera is a 5 MP depth sensor which should come handy when shooting portraits. At the front, the Redmi Note 7 has a 13 MP sensor with a 2.0 aperture. If you don't mind spending a little more money, the Redmi Note 7S is a very good choice with amazing camera performance.